Hello guys, Gene here with G Squared Tactical. Yes, we do have another Taurus on the channel today. If you would have told me 4 years ago I would have had a closet full of Taurus boxes, I would have obnoxiously laughed you out of my house. In as much as people wanted to like the Taurus brand, I think a lot of times they convinced themselves it was awesome, even though they too probably had issues with it. And they, 5-6+ years ago, they did not do that great. Everyone I had, it wasn't just me that got the duds. Every single one I had, and I mean every single one, had major malfunctions. Stove piping wouldn't eject the round, and you couldn't get the slide back. You would have to field strip the thing. Firing pins would break. And I almost made a vow I'd never buy another Taurus again in my life. It made me so mad, and I obnoxiously laughed at people that had Tauruses. But I tell you what, I am incredibly impressed with how far they have came with reliability in just a very short amount of time, 3-4 years. They really have brought people back to the brand, and I'm happy for that because it's still very budget friendly and now reliable. So what more can you say? Today we have the Taurus 856, which is a variant of, or an upgrade to, I guess you could say, of the very popular Taurus 85 model. There are some changes in that. One of the most significant ones is that it does hold 6 rounds of plus P 38 special ammunition. Should you choose to shoot plus P, you have that option. I like the extra round. I guess there'll probably be those that'll say, well, if you can't do what you need to do in 5 rounds, but I like the extra round. Plus P 38 special ammunition is a formidable round, and that extra round could be the difference between life or death. So some of the differences, of course, besides just the fact that it will hold the extra round, is that the barrel is longer. It has a 3-inch barrel on this gun. The overall length is about 7.5 inches, weighs in about 25 ounces, and so it's a little bigger, of course, as you would expect. It comes in several different variants. This one happens to be the stainless with the black accents and the VZ grips. I really like the look of this one. It also comes in a all blued stainless, and I believe an air light version, and I think it has a tungsten version with these real beautiful wood grips. If it was available, I probably would have gotten that one over this one. I think this is probably the second on my list as far as just aesthetically looking at it. Another upgrade would be the front steel Ameriglow night sight, outlined in orange with a tritium insert. I know there'll be those that say, oh, it's a revolver. It's made for deep concealment or a backup. You don't want snag points and things like that. I personally really like this. I think it's a nice touch. I think Taurus done well with that, because I'm not going to deep conceal this or use it as a backup. For me, it would probably be more of recreational, maybe a truck gun. I would put it in my pocket, maybe if I put a shorter grip on it or something like that. So I'm not so concerned about that. What I do like about it is it does pick up very good in all lightings. And before I catch grief from people, I want to go ahead and say that I have shot this gun, but I don't have any video of it. As you know, ammo is scarce these days. 38 special did not escape that. So when I purchased this, the place where I purchased it was running a special that day where you would get a 20 round box of plus P ammunition, which I guess I mentioned it will shoot that, and you got a free 30 minutes on the range, but you had to use it that day. So of course I took advantage of that, and I did shoot this gun, but I didn't have video equipment with me or anything like that. I was by myself, so there was no one to video me. So you'll just have to take my word for it on how it performed, and we'll talk about that here in a second. So Again, as I mentioned, this is all stainless steel. It does have this silver looking matte type finish to this particular one, and what looks like maybe a blued cylinder here, but the cylinder is stainless. The hammer has a nice texture, I guess you could say, at the top of it, as what you would commonly see on a hammer fired or a revolver. It doesn't feel like your thumb's gonna slip off. It's a good, nice purchase and everything like that. So just thought I would throw that in there. But anyway, it does have about a 12-pound double action trigger that seems a little gritty, a little heavy, comes in a little over 12 pounds. Again, it's a revolver. I know, I get it. That's the way they are for a reason. Totally understand. Single action come in at just, sometimes it was just under 7, sometimes it was just over 7. Again, there are better, but this is a budget friendly revolver. One thing that I did notice is probably not even worth mentioning, but you know, a lot of the Tauruses came with a trigger lock key, a little cute little key that you put on your keychain where you could lock the hammer, I should say, not the trigger, where you wasn't able to pull the hammer back. It was a little safety that was integrated in some of the other ones, and I'm pretty sure my 85 had the hammer lock on there, but this one does not. Just thought I would throw that out there and mention it if that's something you liked on some of the other ones. This does not have that. And as far as the shooting, man, I tell you what, I'm generally never accurate with a revolver. I need to get better at that, I understand, but having this front night sight, or this orange sight, really made that a breeze. I was tickled pink with how accurate this was, how smooth everything was. I noticed that the detent is not under the barrel on this one, but rather on the crane. But you know, it seems to lock up very nicely. It didn't seem to have any timing issues or anything, or I didn't. It wasn't a seam, I absolutely didn't. It performed flawlessly, as I am coming to expect recently from Taurus. Again, because of my, you know, I guess bad dealings with them in the past, or experiences. Every time I get a new one, I'm always cringing, thinking, you know, is this going to be the one? But this wasn't the one. It's very similar to, you know, an old S&W J-frame revolver. It is just, I can't say enough about, you know, how well it performed, how accurate it was, how beautiful of a gun that it is. And, you know, I know that it comes in at 25 ounces, but it don't feel like 25 ounces. Maybe it's just how good of a purchase you're able to get on it. Maybe it's these grips here, but the gun picked up very, very quickly. I even did a couple of draws just to see how quick I could pick up this front sight. And again, I'm not accurate usually with a revolver, but a lot of times I struggle with drawing and getting on target real quick. But man, I was just tickled pink about how well this thing performed and how accurate it was, even from you know, a drawing. I didn't have a holster, but I did have it like tucked down in the side of my pants. The folks where I go, I'm a member there, so they know I'm not going to do anything stupid. So one thing that some of these other manufacturers like Glock and Sig and, you know, H&K, they could learn from, say, Taurus and Jonic and some of the more budget friendly guns, is that, and this is not even mentioned in the literature, it's like a nice little surprise, you know, even the folks at the store where I purchased it never even mentioned it. But it's, you know, it seems like every time I open a Taurus box, especially on some of their revolvers, but even their semi-autos, you get these nice little surprises in the box that you didn't know about. And on this one, it comes with a rubberized, I guess you could say, a Hogue type grip. You basically would lose your pinky here. I know someone said on some of the other ones they were a little bit more difficult to take off and put the grip back on. It looks like, since this is the VZ grips, you just simply take this center screw out. It's a 2-part grip that would come off on each side. This one has a pin that is inside here at the bottom of the grip. So you take this off, slide it up on there after you knock this pin out, of course, and then knock the pin back in. But again, It's not much, but if you were to order a grip for most any gun out there, or brand out there, you would easily pay $30–40 for an extra grip. My dog's probably going to bark because the mailman's coming. So, and it also comes with a extra steel front sight. Didn't know that was in there. They never mentioned that when I purchased this this gun in the store, and I didn't even see it on Taurus's literature on their website. But if you for some reason don't like the front night sight, you have the option of replacing that. It still seems to come up a little far. I imagine it'd probably be a good sight because most revolver sights are very low profile, if sometimes even non-existent. So, you know, that's a nice little feature. I don't know if they do that on purpose, where they don't tell you that it's in there so that you can be extra surprised when you get home. Obviously it comes with the lock, as they all do, and the little cardboard box. Nothing real special. I only hang on to them for these reviews and things, so I can show you guys what, you know, what is all comes with. But again, I know I didn't say a whole lot about it today, probably a little bit boring, but if you've got the 85 model and you like it, I would go so far as to say you'll absolutely love this thing. It again, it's thinner. It's weird because the height and the length and the barrel, of course, and the cylinder capacity, they all are larger, of course, but it feels or seems thinner than the original 85. It's just, I can't say enough about how good it feels in the hand, and how good it felt shooting, and how manageable the recoil was, given that it is a 38 special and it is a small revolver. But anyway, that's your Taurus 856 with your 6 rounds of 38 special. And I hope you enjoyed watching the video today. We have nothing but good things to say about this pistol, and we really hope real soon. I kept 5 rounds of the 20 I got at the range, because that's all I've been able to put my hands on. Unfortunately, we don't get free ammunition or anything like that, so we're having the same struggles that some of you guys probably are. But we hope to get our hands real soon. It seems like it's coming around. Price is still up, but we hope to be able to shoot this real soon, and it'll be one of the first ones we do. And when we do, we will get that up so that you can see this thing in action, and you don't have to hear me gab about it. But again, if you have any questions, please message us through the YouTube app. We always respond. We love to hear from you guys. And make sure you subscribe, hit the thumbs up button, and we thank you guys for watching today. You make it a great day.